Welcome back to Sue and Spanky. I'm your host, Sarah Gray, and this is my husband, Spanky. That is his birth name. How did your
Yep.
mom pick a name like that?
I don't know. Yeah,
It's
that's a
just,
head scratcher right there.
it's a beautiful name, and I am so
Thank you.
happy and proud to be Spanky's wife. So we're just going to talk a little bit about the origin of Sue. I feel like people ask me this question to this day. Where did Sue Dillon come from? How did you come up with the idea? Where did you come up with the name? So I have my husband here because he witnessed this as it happened. And this is what we owe all of our clout to. Is Sue. We're clout chasers.
Yeah, 100%.
It was just one day. We had already prank called my sister's girlfriend. I can't remember if it was the same day or if it was a different time.
Can't remember either. No, I think it might have been a different day.
Yeah. But we were prank calling family just because I have always prank called my family, like with different voices and just been stupid. And usually they knew it was me. But once we discovered Taylor's family didn't know the real me, really, we had a ball playing around with him. The first victim of Taylor's family was Donald, his dad. Donnie, Don, Donald, whatever you want to call him. We prank called him. He loves to smoke. He loves substances in general, but he loves Marlboro Reds.
Cigarette. That's his number one.
Yeah. And so we prank called him. I pretended to be my old lady. I said, "Hi, honey, is this Donnie?" And we're going to watch the video, but he was convinced that I was a woman that worked at a gas station. Let's just watch the video and we'll show you.
Hello?
Hi, is this Donnie?
Hello?
Is this Donnie?
Yeah.
Oh, it's your lucky day, honey.
How's that?
You just won a lifetime supply of Marlboro Reds.
Bullshit.
I'm serious. Your son.
No, you're bullshit, man. What are you trying to scam me for, lady?
I don't want to scam you, honey. I just want to let you know you can come pick it up on the corner of Market Street. You just got to come back to the store once a month.
Oh, you talking about, down there by Cellar?
I was shocked that he was buying it at this point.
No, are you shitting me?
No, I mean, it says Jonathan Gray is the one that admitted to this raffle.
Really?
Yes, sir.
I'll be down there then in about...
It's just so funny to me that he was highly skeptical from the beginning, and then you threw out Market Street, which is a very generic.
It was real.
Because yes, our town does have a Market Street, but I would think most towns
They do.
a Market Street that's probably next to Church Street and First Street
And
one
Gay
of the most
Street.
common names. So the fact that you threw out something just so generic and he's like, "Oh, now I'm sold," that's just concerning.
Hour.
Oh, now hold on.
You talking about coming to the store?
Yeah.
Another side note,
I gotta-
at the time he lived an hour away. So he was literally like, "I will drop everything and come down there."
And
Like,
get this lifetime supply.
he was not down the road. He was a solid hour drive.
Call you back when I get the supply in, because, it's a lot. But it'll be sometime today, honey.
Okay, well, so where do I come to? The store? Or about?
It's the main tobacco store on the corner of Market Street.
Market Street.
Now just be careful. People have been tracking in dog shit in my store all day, honey. And I've been mopping the floors, so just be careful. Make sure you keep them clean.
Okay, Market Street, I know where you're talking about. You're talking about across from the jail.
Okay, can we pause for a second? My obsession with dog shit came from living in apartments because they're always emailing you, clean up after your dogs, clean up after your dogs.
Yes.
And they're like threatening to fine people. They're like, we're watching you and we're gonna charge you if you let your dog shit. Not, they didn't say shit, but like,
You would think they're chemical testing the excrement.
that is truly what has impressioned me to use dog shit. Anyway.
I haven't been in there but like one time, and that was last summer.
Well, that's crazy. I don't know. You got somebody looking out for you, I guess, because cigarettes, they're hard to come by nowadays.
I guess. I don't know. Well, I'll come. I know. I recognize your voice. You're the lady that runs the store.
Yes.
Right? What's your name?
Sue.
You're the lady that runs the store.
What was your last name?
Sue Dillon.
Okay. You knew my mother, Shirley Gray.
Pause. I don't know. At the time, I didn't know. I was just making up a name, truly. But months later, my friend Katrina, one of my best friends, she was like, you know, Kristen from college. We were all friends. We were all residential assistants. Kristen Dillon from college. She was like, her middle name was Sue. It was Kristen Sue Dillon, and we weren't really talking. We hadn't spoke in like years, so I just wasn't actively thinking about it. But that's where the name had to have come from, like from my subconscious, from knowing Kristen Sue Dillon, knowing her full name, because I'm sure we talked about it at one point. We were really close in college. And so I really think that's where Sue Dillon came from. But truly, in the moment, I just made up the name like you do. Like if someone asks you what your name is and you're prank calling, you're like, oh, my name is Nancy Mulligan, or my name is Barb Johnson. I don't know.
You clearly it just stuck in your brain, and it is a name that I think is very
Very
palatable.
Southern.
Yeah.
It sounds like an old Southern woman name.
Yeah. Sue Dillon.
Yeah. Anyway.
Sorry.
I don't recall. Now I'm not that old. I'm only 50 something, so I don't know.
Okay, you're a smoker because your voice sounds older than
Oh yeah.
50 something.
I've been
61
soaking it up.
so.
I've been soaking it up since I was 12 years old, Donnie.
Me too. I started when I was 12.
It's a
I
habit.
did not know that
It's
about
a
him
habit.
until this call, that he was smoking
Can't
since he
break
was
it.
12.
Yeah,
There's worse
straight up.
habits, but you can't break it. My
No.
mom did, but she finally had to go on oxygen.
I'm
get her-
sure. That's my future, I'm sure.
That's fine. Well, it's we don't know what the future holds. We only know who holds the future.
Another thing that's very common, I feel like, with Southern families is just being obsessed with death
And open about it.
and
Like,
so open about it.
I really think that's why I always call people that have some kind of tragedy going on in their family. Like, I don't
Yeah.
mean, like, they're not like, oh, by the way, her husband just passed away, so mention that. That is
Yeah.
never,
No.
like, but it somehow always comes out, always bring up a dead dog or a dead husband or a dead
Yeah.
family member. It's just bad.
There's just
I don't-
always people who are so comfortable talking about it too. Like they'll be like, "Yeah, there's a picture of my cousin. He died of cancer. He was horrific. I could pick him up off the bed with 2 fingers."
Yeah.
That's something Bill Burr said, a comedian, and I think it has a lot of truth.
He said that?
Yeah, he
It's
was
so
like,
true.
He was like,
It's relatable.
He was like, it's so awkward when you're having a conversation. Someone's like, "Yeah, this is a picture of my cousin. He died of cancer. It was horrific. By the end, I could pick him up off the bed with 2 fingers. It was terrible." And he's like,
No.
it's just so awkward. I don't know. I didn't get that trait, but yeah, my dad in the thing, he was like, or in the video, he says, "Yeah, you might know my mother, Shirley Gray. She died. She had to go on oxygen. It was horrific." And
Yeah.
Dad, just settle,
Yeah.
please.
I don't know. I didn't mean to bring that up.
No, he brought it up. It was
He
very
definitely,
much him.
y'all saw it. He
That was-
brought it up.
That was very much brought up by him.
That's what I've been told.
That's a wise way to say it, huh?
Yes, ma'am. That's very true.
What?
And that's
Well, yep. Well, you have a blessed day, Donnie. I'll give you a call back
Okay.
when we're ready for you.
Okay, I'll recognize your number next time then.
Okay.
Thank you for calling me.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Can we also talk about the titty rubbing? Because I never recognized that in myself until I was filming myself doing stuff that made me anxious. Like, prank calling is very, like, it's a thrill. Not so much anymore, but, like, then
Just kind of doing this.
it was still a thrill. I'm, like, I noticed I pick. And, like, women hold their chest. Like, it's just like you guys that hold your balls.
It's like God's stress ball.
It is. It's the same thing as you pinching and rolling. It's just like that.
That's every day, man. That doesn't stop.
So that's what I want to say about that, because I got so many comments about that. And I was so mad about it. I was like, "God."
There were also a lot of comments with like flowers and glitter, and it'd be like, "We don't know what the future holds. We only know who holds the future." And that was very well received, it seems. But yeah, he's a real philosopher.
That video started a fire, and it has been
Golly.
burning for almost 2 years now.
I remember
1.5 years.
that was, I feel like, the first viral video because literally, like, and now it's laughable. I shouldn't say that. I don't want to sound like I'm taking it for granted, but it got to like 5,000 or 8,000 views pretty quick. And I was like, well, dadgum, sir, that's a
Yeah.
crazy video. And then I was like, well, I'm going to go to the gym and
Yeah.
I'll be right back. And I kind of did the gym and, kind of halfway did my workout. And I came back because I was getting calls and from her and my dad and everyone else. And by the end of the night, it was at like 1 million.
Yeah.
Or 800,000.
It was I
something
don't
crazy.
remember. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
crazy for us because we never even dreamed of posting something and it
No.
doing that. Like, it was truly for our friends.
I remember before that, she had posted a couple just little one-off videos, and they had gotten, a couple hundred views or whatever. And I had took a video of my dachshund rolling around the carpet, and it got 2,000 views,
It's
like
oh,
kind of
TikTok
quickly.
famous.
And I showed it to her just to piss her off. And I was like, well, look at me. I made this video with 2,000 views. Now Sarah can fart on camera, and that's it. And that gets 10,000 views minimum. So it's quite funny.
It's weird. Truly, it's like fate, but that's like what we did as a newly married couple was prank call his family, and it's turned into this, and it's so funny that it's turned into this.
It's been a good ride.
It has. And your dad is still the most gullible man. I really want to learn how to do another voice so that I can prank him again.
He's very trusting. I think it's
He is too trusting to his detriment. Anyway, we never did try the drink. I forgot.
No, we didn't.
Let's try.
Is it a twist top or a bottle opener?
Shout out to Ryan Clairday for giving us some drinks to try. He said, try Cracker Barrel because Cracker Barrel has so many, and they have a whole wall
Big
of so
shout
many.
out.
So we're good for like the rest of the year from Cracker Barrel. But if you have any drinks that you just are dying for us to review or try, drop it in the comments. We would love to try.
Shout out Ryan, great guy.
Did you get your bottle opener?
I gotta go grab one.
Okay. Right. Yes.
All right, let's try this out.
All right, honey, how does it taste?
Oh,
I'll get it later.
as long as the dog doesn't eat it. It's butterscotch beer, non-alcoholic for all ages. Magical foods and drinks.
I actually didn't recognize this at the time, and I don't know if it's like an official thing, but it says magical foods and drinks approved by the Ministry of Magical Foods and Drinks.
Oh, this is Harry Potter.
So I believe it's either Harry Potter like themed, or it's at least it might even be like I feel like it's not like officially approved by Harry Potter because I think they're kind of picky about that, but it's clearly a knockoff.
It's like a cream soda. Oh, this is so good. It's worth it. Honestly, if you like cream soda,
Oh, that is good.
it's worth it to get. I'm just curious because I'm calorie counting sort of right now, so I wonder how many calories are in this whole bottle.
Yeah, in Harry Potter, there's
Only 180. That's like about like a Starbucks drink. So that's not bad.
in Harry Potter they have what they call butter beer, and it's like a soda that they drink, and I guess it's kind of like root beer, probably about like this.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's good. I like this.
It really tastes like a butterscotch candy.
It does.
Non-alcoholic, no caffeine, no nothing. My Uncle Ralph would like that. He's a big butterscotch guy. He's the old guy that carries them in his pocket.
Stop. Stop. You don't drink it. Oh, God.
Good stuff.
Yeah, honestly, the ones we've tried so far, I have been like, meh, it was fine, but I'm not ever going to drink it again.
I don't know.
This
Some of
one?
them I liked.
Like, which one did you like specifically?
Those buzz balls were good, but I don't drink alcohol.
I didn't like the one I got.
Yeah.
The lime buzzball is not good, but the coffee one you got.
What was that other thing
Was
that I
good.
liked? I liked that one tea thing we got at Basic Eatery. That was good.
That's
It was
true.
Arnold Palmer.
And I would buy that there, but I'm saying I'm not going to buy it for my house and like drink it
No.
like I drink Dr. Pepper.
This is by far my favorite so far.
I would consider buying this again. And so that's saying a lot for me.
Yeah, straight up.
It's got to be real good.
Hello,
And it is
Winston.
worth the calories. Like, it is worth 180 calories to me.
Hello, Winston. Yeah, that seems low. I don't know. I wonder what the average Coke, how many calories are in that. I feel like it's definitely more than 180.
Yeah. And I just want to touch on that since I'm bringing that up. I'm doing Noom. I love Noom. It's a really good weight loss app, and it teaches you a lot about healthy eating. I gained about 10 pounds, so I'm just trying to lose what I lost or what I gained. And I kind of want to go 5 less just to see what it's like. I don't know if I'm going to stay there, so I'm trying to get down a little bit, but I don't think I'm big by any means, so please don't take that the wrong way. I just want to do it for myself and to feel more confident, because when you gain weight, your body changes. Even if you aren't big, it still does affect my confidence. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm enjoying it. It makes me feel good and accomplished, and I'm working out more like I used to, and I haven't really been this past week, but was. It's really hard to work out with all the things you have to do as an adult,
Oh, yeah. I couldn't agree more.
But I am wanting to get back into that more like I was. Like, just getting into a routine is hard for me because I'm out of town every other week.
It's definitely a marathon, not a sprint.
It is. So it leads me kind of to our next thing. Stupid fights.
Oh yeah.
Did you have a stupid fight you wanted to talk about?
You go first, and I'll try and think of one.
Okay. This is a new segment we're doing called Stupid Fights, and we're just talking about like stupid ass fights we've had as a married couple. One that comes to mind is a pretty fresh one, and I was really upset about it, but
at the time,
but I'm not anymore. It's really dumb. Spanky had a long day. I think you had worked that day, maybe.
I know I had worked, if it's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, and that was the day that I got to meet Chelsea Lynn for coffee, and oh my gosh, I love her.
Big fan.
I was on a high because I was like, wow, this girl is awesome. We had really good conversations about just stuff.
Trailer Trash Tammy, if you don't know who Chelsea Lynn
She's
is.
amazing.
Hilarious.
She's an amazing human being. I got a Dyson Airwrap, and I was like, just on cloud 9 from all of the events that happened that day to me. And you had a bad day though, and I just wasn't being considerate of that. But I was live, and
I'd had a busy day, and then we went out to the Mexican restaurant, and I knew you were going live that night, but you were like, I'm just gonna go live from the Mexican restaurant.
yeah,
So I kind of just sat there and ate.
Sue
while
went
she
to the
was-
Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I'm just trying to have a chill night,
Yeah.
and we're doing this already. I'm already tired.
And I know, but it's a lot of pressure for me to keep this going.
Yeah.
And we're pretty much using it as one of our main sources of income, so I'm taking
Yeah.
it very seriously. Not just because I want attention. Like I want to provide.
And
you
any
know?
other day it wouldn't have bothered me, but that day I was tired, and I was like, I don't want to do this right now.
I know.
And I just wanted to go home and watch this thing on TV, and
we had a good time though, I thought.
that was good. It just started to wear on me kind of quick.
Yeah, I understand that because you had a stressful day. But I wanted to prank call people about my Dyson Airwrap, like as myself, because I am always looking for new things to try, like just to spice it up a little bit, because it can get old doing Sue all the time.
Yeah.
So I was calling as myself to people and just bragging about my Dyson Airwrap, which was so stupid because they were like, "I'm sorry, who are you?" And like, it was fun. I was having a good time, but I was like, I don't want to call random numbers up at night because I was kind of just dialing random local numbers with like the 615 area code. So I asked you if you had any females to call innocently. Like I didn't want to start a fight. I just wanted numbers to call.
And I was like, I don't know. I'm doing something.
And you were being weird.
I was
but
like, I don't know. I don't want to bother these
to
people.
me-
I don't even know who they are.
To me and my followers, it looked like you were being weird because you were hiding something.
The followers were like, I've been cheated on, and this is classic male behavior. And blah. And I was like,
honestly,
okay.
I don't think I would have felt that way if I weren't reading the comments. I really don't.
Definitely, they had a
I've
big
never
influence.
not trusted you.
Yeah.
But I was like convinced. I was like, oh my God, he's got some hoe in his phone. We don't read each other's phones. Of course, we like help each other with navigation or like.
Or like, hey, will you grab my phone and do this?
Yeah. Or will you send this email for me real quick? Or you text this person. Like, we don't have any secrets.
No.
But we don't just look through each other's phones because we have no reason to. And I just still to this day never checked his phone because I don't. I think that's kind of toxic.
Yeah. No, it's just not us.
If you have to check their phone, then there is something going on. Like there's some reason. But never checked his phone, haven't thought twice about it. But you were just ready to go to sleep and you're like, these people have families and I don't want to I don't know what they're doing in life now. Like I don't want to just like give you their number to call them. Like it, and I get it, but it just was so weird. But that was that was a stupid fight because I let people influence me into thinking a certain way.
Like more than me. Like you were kind of believing
Yeah.
them more than you were believing me.
And I hate that. It was a stupid fight.
It was silly, but it was a long one. Golly, Moses, that was like 3 days. Man.
I know. It was over the stupidest thing though. Like, yeah.
But it was just silly. It was stupid.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say about that stupid fight? Like, give me more of your point of view.
I don't know. I think we pretty much covered it. It's so stupid. I honestly don't even remember a lot of it because I was so tired. I was exhausted.
I feel like an ass. The communication wasn't there because you were tired.
Yeah, I was just tired.
Yeah. Well, I want to ask you one question.
Go ahead.
Not about the fight. Just a random question. What is the most like redneck country thing that you've ever seen me do? Because I don't think I'm that. I have a family that's redneck and country, but like to me, I'm not that
Right.
redneck and country. But is there anything that I've done that has stood out to you that's just kind of like God?
Um, I don't know. Every now and again, you'll say something. I don't know if it's necessarily deeds, but I remember one time I was like, I gotta throw away this buttermilk. It's been in here for like 6 months, and you were like, my grandma said buttermilk doesn't go bad, and I was like, I was like, I am positive that there's no way that's true. That can't be true.
She says that.
There's no dairy you can keep in the fridge for 6 months and it just ages like wine. No, I was
She
like, I don't
just
think so.
she said just shake it up.
I was like, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna throw this away. Okay, like that's just weird.
If it separates, shake it up and use it. It's spoiled milk anyway.
Y'all be the judge. Can buttermilk go bad?
What about my family? Has my family
Yes.
done like what's
Yes.
one memory you have of my family doing?
We'll just go on vacation and like when we get to the hotel room, every dude pops his shirt off. Not like in a hey, look at me, I'm a California Top Gun volleyball scene guy, but like in a hey, I've been encumbered by this shirt for like an hour and a half, and now it's time to break out of it. And like every one of them's got a bald eagle tattoo somewhere. No offense, no judgment. But it's just that's kind of like a redneck type thing. I feel like.
You know
Also,
that
they unapologetically like NASCAR. Some of them. Like they are like
my
it's
grandpa.
time to watch the game. the
My
race."
grandpa covered up a scorpion tattoo with that eagle.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, an eagle's better than a scorpion, I will say.
The scorpion was rough.
At one time, I thought about getting an eagle tattoo, so I can't tell.
What about your question? Do you have any like random questions like that for me?
Do you same? I guess. What's something you've seen me do that's redneck?
You know, your family is country. I wouldn't say they're redneck. I would say they're country.
Yeah. For example, my grandpa, when he was still living, he wouldn't say Nashville. He pronounced it Nashville. Nashville, which is very,
Yes.
very like country, like old
Yes.
school. Yeah. So,
And like,
yeah.
just, not a whole lot of people get together at their grandmother's house anymore and eat together. And I feel like we did that pretty often, especially when your pawpaw was still living at your at Reen's house.
Yeah.
And also Ralph. He
Ralph's-
always holds Margaret's hand. He opens the door for Margaret.
Yeah.
He is so much of a gentleman. And like people don't act like that anymore.
He's a Southern gentleman.
But you act like that.
Yeah, I don't hold your hand all the time or stuff
No,
like that, but
not
I
as
try
much,
to,
not to the extent, but you definitely have qualities
I try to be a good man.
from him
It's
that
just
I
a-
love.
Well, thank you.
Very gentle. As far as you though,
I don't do a lot of redneck stuff, I don't think.
no, you really don't. Sometimes you say stuff and I'm like, God.
Yeah, like the other day, we were driving and we smelled a skunk, and I said it smells like a polecat, and Sarah was like,
Nobody says
"Polecat?"
polecat in the South. That's something that you made up.
According to Google, it's a Southern term.
I've never, ever heard it.
I grew up hearing polecat, and I'll say plum, like I'll be like, "That's plum wild," or I'll be like, "He was plum over the line," and she'll be like, "Plum." But I just have always said it just without thinking.
And you say like, we was gonna go and we was gonna do this, but they
Yeah.
said no, so I turned around. And I'm like, you don't talk like that all the time, but when you say certain things,
When
it's
I was
very
when I was a child, I would talk like that exclusively. And then as I grew up and became more like, I don't know, formal or whatever, educated, whatever, I started talking more proper. But sometimes if I'm not thinking, especially when I'm comfortable and I'm around like my wife and I let my guard down, I'll just be like, yeah, man, we was going to go do that, blah, 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 blah. It was plumb wild. And she's like, what? What are you doing? And I'm like, this is just me.
I feel like I can be that way sometimes too. Like usually my accent isn't that strong, but sometimes it pops out.
Because when we were kids, we all talked like that. Everyone was like, yeah, man,
Yeah.
Yeah. Good times.
Faux rizzle on my shizzle nizzle. Bizzle. Joe Biz. Okay, this is gonna be so much fun. I'm so ready for this. I have pulled up some objects that I don't think Taylor is gonna know what the hell they are.
Okay.
They're all feminine related. That is all he knows.
Okay.
So we are gonna put it up on the screen as he tries to identify. Please let me do the scrolling because
Okay.
I wanna unveil it.
Okay.
All right. So first we have this.
This one's easy.
What is that?
That's the spacer that is put between toes at the pedicure nail salon.
I thought you might know this one because he comes with me when I get pedicures, and he
Yes.
sits in the massage chair.
I love the chair. I get 2 cycles out of it because they're 30 minutes a piece. Ooh, that
Sometimes
chair.
he gets a pedicure, but usually he doesn't.
I've gotten one before. I stopped because I am really ticklish, and they always just.
You can tell them not to do the scrub part.
I know, but I don't. I just don't get much out of it. I prefer the chair.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that one was easy. Light work, lightweight, baby.
What about this?
That's a pumice stone.
What?
Yeah, it takes the hard spots off.
You
your feet.
know?
I've used one. Yeah.
You know?
Fun
pumice
fact:
stone?
I used to use a pumice stone on my toes and stuff, but I wear boots at work, so anytime I take off the hard spot, it just reappears. The days walking without her miserable.
I'm shocked.
But if you're trying to find, if you go to Walmart, there's a product that you can put on your toes or the hard spots, and then put on socks. And after 2 days, those hard spots will be completely.
I want to
gone.
try
You
that
don't
on
have
my
to pumice
wart.
stone. It'll eat through the hard spots.
Do you
Yeah,
have it
that's
still?
a pumice stone. My mom has some, I'm sure,
Yeah.
because she has a lot of foot problems. But yeah, that's a pumice stone.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 for 2.
I even knew the name. I didn't say that's the toe rock. So that should make you proud. That's a pad, feminine hygiene pad.
Ah! Oh my! You wouldn't have known what this is before we got married, though.
Oh no, absolutely not. That's a pad.
Damn, he's
Yeah.
gotten 3 out of the ones I've chosen. I really didn't think he would be doing. I don't think he's gonna get
Light
this.
work, baby.
I don't think he's gonna get this one. Let's see.
That's the eyebrow thing. Curls
It
your
doesn't
eyebrows.
go on your eyebrows. Your eyebrows?
Yeah, don't you?
You know what eyebrows are, don't you?
Yeah, that's the thing you put on.
Where's point to your eyebrow?
Or your eyelashes? Sorry,
Okay.
eyelashes.
I was like,
not your eyebrows. Sorry. Yeah, your eyelash curler. Yeah. Right? Is it
yeah,
not?
It's an eyelash curler. I'm
Yeah.
shocked. I
Yeah.
did not think you were this in touch.
Okay, eyebrow curler. Obviously, don't curl your eyebrows. That's curlers for your hair.
Oh my god! You pay attention to what I do.
But you don't use curlers.
I
You
have
use
some.
the little clip ones, but you don't sleep with them in.
No.
My grandma sleeps with curlers in still to this day.
Yeah.
See, I was born with curly hair, so I don't relate. That's the thing you wrap your hair around, and it heats the hair up and makes it take on different shapes.
He didn't even have sisters. I'm like,
Isn't it? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
You use all the. I've seen all this stuff. If you'd asked me this before we got married, I wouldn't have known any of this. So,
wow. Okay, this one, I don't know if you're going to know what it is.
I've seen it. They roll it on your face.
Yeah.
Maybe is that what it is for? Well, I don't know what it's for. They just seen people roll it on their.
It's like to rub in
face.
products and stuff, massage your face.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know,
Why does it have 2 ends?
you can use a small end or a big end, whichever one you want.
Right on.
Okay. Wow. Like, I thought that this was going to be harder for him, really.
Light work. I can't even see it. Is it supposed to be blurry?
It's a little bit blurry.
Was that like a makeup sponge or a face wipe of some kind?
No.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Those are, since they're skin colored, I'm going to assume that they are patsies. Is that right?
Patsies.
That's the things you put on your nipples to
yeah,
cover them.
they go on your nipples, but they're called pasties.
Pasties. My bad.
Okay. You are not going to know what this is.
Oh, man. It's some kind of funnel. I don't know.
No.
I
It's
don't have a
a
clue.
diva cup.
A diva cup.
Do you know what a diva cup is?
Is it for pissing in bottles?
Nope. You put it up into your canal, and it captures the fluid, and it's reusable. You just dump it and put it back in there.
Why would
And
you
when
want
you
to
need to
capture
clean
your
it-
fluid?
And when you need to clean it, you just boil it.
Why would you want to capture your fluid?
It's for your period.
Oh, okay.
It's like a tampon, but it's not. It's a cup.
Okay, never heard of that.
Okay. I used to use these, but I don't anymore.
It's something for your hair. Oh, that's the thing that makes a bun.
Yeah.
right? Isn't it?
How did you know that?
Yeah.
The bumpets.
Yeah, bump it, I guess, right? That used
Yeah.
to be a big style.
I did.
You used to do that.
I used to wear
That
them
must
in
have been
middle
before
school.
we met. I've
Oh,
never known
long
you to do it.
before.
Must have been high school.
Long before.
Bump it. Side note, I had a teacher who would use bumpets. She had the bump on her hair. And
You pay attention to women.
at one time, I thought it was really Me and my friends would make fun of it. Now I feel bad about that
Yeah, it's fine.
because I think it was
You
West
can
Times.
make fun of it.
That's for pumping out your breast milk.
Damn.
There's a little nipple top.
Yeah,
right
I
next
should
to
have
it.
got one without the nipple.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know what it's called, but it's the thing that's used for a pelvic exam.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
No!
You've told me that. You've had to use those at work, and you've told me, yeah, this is for a woman's pelvic exam.
Okay.
I think it's called a speculum.
Yes.
Yeah.
This man.
Mhm.
This cannot be normal.
Men of the world unite. We know more than you think
I
we
don't
do.
think that they do. I've seen some videos.
That, well, it's clearly in a hospital, but it's something to do with keeping your legs apart. Probably for when you give birth, I would assume. But it looks like the thing at the gym that you use to
Yeah.
work your
It's
inner
for
thighs.
pelvic exams.
Is it? Okay, so
Yeah,
you kind of
stirrups.
hop up in there and yeah, stirrups is what it's called.
Yeah.
Like on a horse.
Yeah.
Cool. And there you go. Learn something new every day.
What is this?
I might not know that.
What is this?
It looks like a stab wound.
It basically is. It's a cervix.
Oh, okay. Yeesh.
That becomes the tip of your penis. Because, when you're
Now it makes
forming in the
sense.
womb,
Yeah. You're a man. You're a female.
yeah, kind of.
That's why God gave men nipples.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Well, I
That's the
guess
tip.
That's what it is.
it looks similar, doesn't it?
Yeah. Definitely.
Anyway, that is
That's it.
my last one.
Give me a grade.
You got a 100.
I didn't get a 100. I didn't know what
Well,
that
you
was.
did miss one. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Just I don't
8,
need a number.
9,
Just like
10,
A, B,
11,
C.
12, 13,
A minus.
14. So you got 12 out of 14. So what would that be?
I don't know. Something like an 80 something.
I'll give you a 92. That's an A.
Okay, I'll take it. Thank you. A minus.
You did
Appreciate that.
good.
Yeah.
I've
not
seen some
bad.
videos of people doing this and like their husbands know nothing. And it's so funny like what they end up saying. But you
Right.
knew
Yeah.
a lot.
Right. Well, a
Mhm.
lot of it was hair and makeup and basic feminine hygiene. So, because like if you have a guy who you show a picture of a pad and you're like, "What is this?" He's either a moron or he's only ever been around women that like use exclusively tampons, which don't most women use both anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So,
The pad thing makes me
Whatever.
think of Morgan's dad. He told that story about how I can't say it on here, but it's a hysterical story.
he was a kid. And
He was a
didn't know what it was
kid.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
That's awesome. He's a good
He
guy.
told you that story, didn't he?
He did. He's funny. And he tells it really funny too. It's one of those like silly stories that like if I told it, it probably wouldn't be funny.
Morgan's dad has the best stories.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. Shout out Scott.
Mm-hmm.
We're all Scott stands around here. This is a good.
This is good.
drink. I like this, man.
It's like a cream soda, but it does taste like butterscotch coming straight out of your mama's purse on Sunday morning church in that little plastic fold over sandwich bag that she kept
Yep.
with hard candy. Werther's
I-
Originals, butterscotch.
I remember
Peppermint.
those days.
Yep.
I remember those days.
It's really good to be back on the pod.
Yeah.
I've been traveling a lot. It's been hard this semester with school. So we kind of got out of the swing of it, but we're back. So every Wednesday, tune in. We air at 10 a.m. It's so nice to be back.
10
Thank you guys.
Central.
Yes.
10 Central.
Thank you guys for listening.